Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for this opportunity to speak today. My name is Khambire. I work with Parents for Disabled Children Association of Malawi PODCAM. Today, I would like to share you about inclusive disease increment experience for children and youth with disability in Malawi. As, as I make this presentation, I'm not speaking for a professor, but also someone who understands firsthand what it means to face daily challenges and climate disease while having a disability in Malawi. In Malawi, climate change has become daily reality. Community are increasingly affected by floods along major rivers system, longer floods, and extreme heat that affect health and livelihood. With this challenge affect many people, but children with young person with disability affect them mostly, experience them severely. Such, such as such as in this affect their life, such as they cannot walk, they cannot workplaces like school, job at schools, life and going to a hospital is difficult. While the survey on climate change and disease among children and youth with disabilities were therefore both very overdue. Along climate change affect it its impact is experiencing not equality. In Malawi, children and youth with disability are rarely reflected in climate data. This disaster risks accessibility or national disaster planning. As a result, special interviews have failed to conceive with people's needs. The survey was necessary because it created space for children and youth with disability in Malawi to share their life experiences, ensure that climate response, inclusive accessibility, birth and ground in real communities. During climate-related disaster in Malawi, such as floods, drought, children and youth with disability affect differently brothers in accessing safe shelter and food. While, while, while floods occur, many families seek refugees in centers such as schools, churches, and community halls. However, the spaces are not yet accessible. Most they lack ramps, accessibility toilets, and safe space arrangement for people with mobility, sensory, or intellectual impairment. Food, food distribution during emergency is also experienced face challenges. In Malawi community, food adherence was a local fight for the household and the overcrowded. For children and youth with disability, particularly many in rural areas, or those who rely on caregiver travel long distance or stand for long for hours to be extremely difficult or impossible. This may increase the risks of hunger, poor health, and inclusive for during inclusive. Change this thing that life to waste their life. It's 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 personally it's this climate impact deep poverty, disparate education and livelihood, limitless opportunity, pushing children and youth with disability further into vulnerability. At community level in Malawi, there are several gaps in support youth with disability during climate disaster. This early, this method are not reach. This This method are not reaching people with hearing impairments due to due to the system that are used for early warning. Because most of the time they use radios community, which is difficult for many of us to hear, many of them to hear these warnings. Overall, early warning system and efficient plans remain larger in accessibility to children and young persons with disability. On a personal level, climate change affects me in particular ways. During heavy rainfall, many roads in my community become muddy, which and difficult to use, making movement safe and safer for me. Floods and roads, storm winds cannot create fire from great fear from living home. These challenges make ways for my reliable on public transport, which in Malawi is not availability to use during this heavy weather events. Despite these challenges, children and young people with disability in Malawi should recognize as part of the solution. Youth can advocate this inclusive disaster preparation by engaging community leaders, disaster community, and we can create awareness among people on disability inclusion. Inclusion is not an opportunity, but is a core requirement. A core requirement. And this can help to the government or national and international partners can play a role to play to find and taking support and inclusive. In conclusion, children and young persons with disability in Malawi are not victims of climate change. They are also agents for a change. The institution such as inclusive This radio for all can impact on climate change, on youth and on youth with disability and promote accessible for disaster planning, climate smart neighborhood, and equal participation in climate action. Thank you for your thank you for listening.